look, I got a couple of them I'll drop out there, but
There's one thing you're just not saying.
yeah, I can't say them.
Why not?
No, he thinking about comedians though.
Nah, I am, but like, see,
There's one he's not trying to say.
yeah, I
You
can't
need
say
to
it.
say
I
it. Now
can't-
you gotta
I can't
say it.
Say the one that I want to
Say
say.
it. Fuck her baby dad.
Let me say it, Monique.
Fuck her man.
What's up with y'all? This is the Best Way to Smoke podcast, and you smoking with Big J.
Yep.
And your favorite smoking partner, Sirpo. Hit that like button, comment, and subscribe.
Please believe, make sure you do that. And you know we got our special guest co-host with us again.
What's poppin', y'all? It's C-Pop, your professional hype woman. Thank you again. You know, I'm back at it. So I had to bring a guest with me today, as usual, from North Carolina to Atlanta to LA and many other places across the U.S. Stand-up comedian, actor, and celebrity MC. Help me welcome comedian Jugo, guys.
When you was describing what I do, I was like, who's she talking about?
You know, we kill it with the intros over here,
Hold on,
right?
we're gonna start this show off right first, bro. Why you got to LA with the upside down, homie?
To be honest, I got this at Ross.
Okay, so you really okay.
Just making sure.
So look.
I like bargain deals. I don't know. This is what I would have told anybody. I needed a black shirt. It was the only thing in there that was a 2X that wasn't oversized.
Shout out to Ross. Shout out to
So
Ross.
look, before we get into the show, we do
I ain't
the
from
best
LA,
way to
I'm from
smoke
Watts.
tip. And when we have a guest, we ask the guest, what's their best way to smoke tip? So what's your tip for the people, man?
Best way to smoke tip. See, I had heard that wrong. I'm sorry. But best way to smoke for me, all right, before we even get into it, literally smoking, my best way to smoke is like being somewhere on some water or a view. Like I do my best writing, I do my best meditation, I do my best. Like if I could wake up, like right now the Airbnb I'm at is in Montebello, like on the other east side of like Los Angeles, something like that.
Yeah.
And like I got this nice little spot where like the whole backyard is over a mountain. So like literally as soon as I come out my Airbnb, I light the blunt. I'm looking at some shit like if I fall, I ain't gonna be able to get back up here. But like stuff like that, like just being in like a area where I could feel creative or feel free or like that's my main thing in life, just like being able to create freedom and to be in moments where I feel that and help people feel that freedom that is in it. You know what I'm saying?
Dig it.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, hey, that's a dope best way to smoke tip right there, man.
Hell yeah, and you gonna get hella high. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's something about it. You know what I'm
On
saying?
the real. So look, tell everybody where you was raised at, you know what I mean, and how it was where you was raised at.
All right, so I was born in Greensboro, North Carolina, raised in Durham, North Carolina. They're super different. Greensboro is like a college area or whatever. That's where North Carolina A&T is. I don't know if y'all ever heard about it.
Yeah.
Greatest homecoming ever.
Drumline.
Yeah, it's terrible representation.
Drumline
Drumline was shot in Atlanta, not shot in North Carolina. They do that to you every
Penny
time.
Pablo and Drumline.
That's like that white guy that's like, I got black friends. Like, come on, bro. Don't do that, bro. Come on,
Not
bro.
the white guy that got black
He done
friends.
checked me on my shirt. He don't care about nothing.
That's
We
a
2 minutes into the interview, I'm sweating. What's going on, bro? What did y'all bring me to, man?
That's
Crazy.
Instructo Jr., you know.
Oh man.
Okay, so Greensboro, and we back to...
Oh yeah. Greensboro. So I was born in Greensboro, grew up in Durham. They're super different. Durham is like one of them places. Like, what's somewhere where people get set up out here?
Set
Everywhere?
up. Like to get robbed? Right.
Like somewhere that's like more known for it.
Oh, the hub and the dub.
Okay, Hub and the Dub. That's like Durham. Like that's where I'm from. Where it's like, nigga, you either fight a lot or you was super good in sports or you did both.
Right.
Mhm.
And either way, you was gonna be funny because niggas got on you all the time. Like it was it's one of them places like that was like it was the Black Wall Street at a point, and then like destruction and a whole bunch of other non-disciplinary acts happened. And
Man.
for real, like people just not being disciplined with they blessings destroy shit.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of blessings that come into a lot of areas of poverty, and I feel like that's the cycle of it. Like somebody will get blessed, something will happen, and it'll be a sequence of it not being there again, or whoever was blessed or whoever had it, had a moment of selfishness and they end up being locked up, or they didn't delegate enough for it to run without them being there. So, I come from an area where it was like crabs in a barrel. Like, even now, it's people that, like, you know what I'm saying? You don't really leave the area when you from that area, for real. So,
Unless you're really trying to get out.
yeah, like, people ain't even never been to the beach.
Right.
Like, the beach, like, 3 hours away.
Right. My mom grew up in North Carolina, and like it was like it's kind of like country.
your
How
mama?
you consider?
I date older, so.
I'm just trying to be
I ain't gonna lie, I'm known in North Carolina now. Call your mama real quick. Call your mama.
Nah, she
Call your mama. Call your mama.
Call her, Pop.
I seen somebody that look just like
Nah,
you.
my dad be watching this shit. So
Yeah, he gonna be like,
Yeah.
He gonna look.
Pop's gonna pop out and show this.
I ain't gonna lie. Pop's gonna know who been trying on his suits. And shit. I been trying on niggas' suits at the house. I'm like, bro, I'm your husband's size. Nigga still got a peppermint in the pocket. Hell yeah.
sad.
I took the peppermint out the pocket.
It was just one of those places like where it's kind of country, kind of, so you had nothing but time to get in trouble type deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
That
she was
country-
like, my mom needed to get out.
It's that country like that?
Nah, it's parts
Compared
of it.
to here.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
compared to
saying?
here, like how everything is a street and everything. Nah. It's places where, like, bro, to get to a Walmart, you might have to drive 40 minutes.
J. Cole talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he talk about
Yeah,
it.
like, and then, like, them type of ghettos different. Like,
It is.
backyard sticks ghetto, where niggas is, like, running through the woods, shooting barefoot and shit like that shit. A nigga that can step barefoot outside in general at any speed other than walking is stronger than me, bro. I don't got country feet, bro. That's it's something about them feet. Like,
Man.
you ever
I don't
stepped
know. I
on a
could
rock
pro-
for real?
Oh shit.
No. Exactly. That shit'll
Man, it's different.
No, but
Nigga.
I can say that probably is one of the biggest misconceptions about North Carolina then. You know what I'm saying? Because even though you're saying like J. Cole spitting bars and all that shit about it, and I'm hearing and I'm listening to him, I would just never think like, oh, this nigga really talking about North Carolina or Carolina somewhere. You thinking like he in a hood somewhere.
But the
But
hood
he
is just
say it,
different.
Yeah, the
It's
hoods
a
are
different
It just
type
going
of
over my
hood.
head.
Yeah.
Right.
it'd be
It's a
like
different
so
type of hood.
it's like so much like it might not be a building taller than 200 feet up for like 60 miles.
Yeah.
So like out here, how you can just look up and see shit, and you can see a palm tree and be like, peace, tranquility.
But it's that hood where you got your uncle on the porch with a
Country,
shotgun.
like country hood.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
All
like,
that-
who
Yeah,
the
it's
fuck
like
are you? Like,
where the dogs is off the leash, and the dogs just know the yard.
And is that just a certain area? That's just all of North Carolina.
The random dogs everywhere is everywhere.
it's a
in
big
North Carolina.
portion. It's a big portion.
like niggas
What
definitely.
about Durham? Durham, how you say that one?
Durham.
Durham, ain't that?
You said Durham?
Durham. I heard you say that shit.
Tripping
That
up.
motherfucker.
Hey, I probably been saying
Yeah.
saying that shit for so
Get a
long.
pass today.
With Jay, the along came the spider motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? When he was out in Durham.
Durham.
Durham. That old solid ass H. How you spell that shit?
This nigga right here, man.
You close enough. You close enough.
Yeah,
So how is
man.
it over there?
Yeah.
How would you consider it as far as like country wise? Like
What, in Durham?
Yeah.
Durham's not necessarily country. Like, you can get to the outskirts of it. Like, there's places that are around it that get country, but
Right.
you know that like Durham has a downtown. It has like I said, it was the Black Wall Street at one point. So it's like they got a lot of successful businesses there. They got like stuff going on, but just the areas like the hoods and like it's super territorial. So like Durham is like a big gang area, and it's like you got Crips and Bloods staying right across the street from each other. Like places like Turnkey in Durham. Like I lived maybe 2 minutes from Turnkey, which was that was the biggest Crip neighborhood in the area. Then you got Rochelle Manor, which is 30 steps across the road. Like
What they call it, like the Johnsons and the McCoys.
yeah, like it was like it's like how you see CVS and Walgreens. Like you be
Right.
like, whoa, y'all are wilding.
Right.
Like tough out there then.
Yeah. Nah, for real. Like, but it ain't like out here, like you could just be randomly wearing something and a nigga be like, yo, homie. Like,
But that's what that sound like though.
but it's not like that. Niggas will leave you alone if you paying attention to what you doing.
Yeah.
Like in the country, to bother somebody, you had to literally have nothing to do. Out here, it's so much going on. You can just run into a nigga that's bored.
Yeah.
you was just
That's
trying to
real
park
talk.
on the back street.
Yeah.
Got out the car with the
Real.
wrong, bro. That's how, bro.
I don't
That happened to
got
me
a
at an
car, but that's my
Airbnb.
parking
Like
spot, nigga.
the last time I was here, matter of fact, the Culver City show, I was with Nis, the dude that run the whole show. We out there talking, walking by his crib. My Airbnb right by his crib. We talking, walking. He talking loud as fuck. Loud though. He like, yeah, this neighborhood used to be blah blah blah. I'm like, bro, calm down. Like
Yeah.
he from New York, so
Yeah.
you know New York niggas is.
Extra.
Y'all, them niggas act like they don't live around big ass rats, bro. Like, calm down,
like
bro. You
this
is not
big,
lit.
look like this
You
big.
not lit for real, bro.
the demeanor.
Y'all niggas are on top of each other, bro. You have no transportation. This shit sucks. None of y'all can
Man.
drive, bro. Y'all niggas terrible. Y'all wear big ass hats.
Big ass.
And y'all can't drive with them
For
big
real.
ass boots on.
You don't need to drive.
I sound like a New York hater.
So look, it started with him and him. Now it's
What?
with
It
him.
ain't me. I'm chilling. I'm not
Nah,
part of
bruh.
this at all.
We walking down the street, he talking loud, and he like, yeah, this neighborhood used to be a big Crip neighborhood, blah, 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 blah. Next thing I hear somebody door open, like in the car. He like, yo, what's up, homie? Nigga, first of all, I'm right by my car. I ain't even hear that shit. I
Right.
heard it, but I
Right.
didn't hear that shit.
Right.
I'm going to the car, bitch. I ain't got nothing to do with what y'all got going on. If you want to engage, do your thing.
Right.
But I know me. I'm
I'm
out
going
here.
to my car.
What? I'm going to my car, nigga. I'm
I'm
coming out
from
here.
North Carolina.
I ain't
I'm out of here.
Nigga, you know I ain't on this. You know I'm not from this. Nigga, you know I'm not from this block. I'm not even finna
Yeah,
play with you, bro.
yeah.
When he was like, you good? I'm like, yeah, bro. I'm just at my trunk. I said it just like that. I said, I'm just at my trunk. He like, oh yeah, you can go to your trunk. I'm like, bet. I'm digging through the trunk. I'm like, boy, thank God I played it like I had some shit in this motherfucker.
Niggas gonna run from a nigga in his truck.
You feel me? Like, bro, I didn't listen. I walked 2 cars down and popped the trunk immediately, walked and stood
Yeah,
and
they was
faced him.
scared. Everybody around you was
That nigga was, cause he was out talking to this, and I'm at the trunk like, yeah, bro, I'm just at my trunk, chilling. I'm good. He like, yeah, bro, you can go to your trunk, do your thing. I'm like, bet. Grab my big ass duffel bag, close that bitch, act like I was grabbing. I think I grabbed my tripod and stuck that bitch in my pocket. I had like a little baby tripod. I stuck that bitch in my pocket. I said, yeah, he got me fucked up. I'm finna go back to the
Yeah.
get the tripod, hold that motherfucker like an AR.
You
Like,
feel me?
Ass back.
Funny part was, Nis tried to act like he wasn't scared. That nigga was like, nah, bro, he was just trying to, that nigga was finna get your ass. He heard you talking, nigga. You out here talking crazy. You knowing the history of the lands. He like, who the fuck is you telling stories?
Right.
That is
How you get into the comedy field?
Oh man, therapy, bro. I feel like a lot of comics get into it because you need it first. Like I was in music, like I curated festivals, like I was hosting, I produced, I mixed and mastered music, dealing with a bunch of entertainment shit for a while, you know what I'm saying? But when I stepped into comedy, like I had just had my son, shout out to my son, Lenny.
Shout out to
Shout out.
okay.
Yeah, he's 2 now. I had just had my son, and like I had a terrible baby mama situation, like initially.
Right.
So
Right.
when you're not with the baby mama, and
Changed by him. Shout out to you and your son.
you know what I'm saying? For real, I had a terrible baby mama situation. Like I had to
Like
put
that.
myself on child support. I had to do a bunch to make sure that I could be in my son's life the way that I'm in his life now. And even with me traveling the world and everything, like I'm still super involved. Like, nigga, we got matching outfits all through my closet. Like I'm one of them dads. You know what I'm saying? So when it was happening, like my dad wasn't in my life, and when I was actually going to therapy, and it wasn't working for me. Shout out to therapy. I think black men should go to therapy. I think you should talk to somebody, talk to your
Mental
barber,
health
talk
awareness.
to somebody.
Yep.
Hell yeah. It's fucked up that mental health month is during gay month. I'm gonna leave that alone. though.
Yeah, I talked about that a lot. Yeah, man,
Hey,
for real though.
And I got confused because I thought it was in November. You can go on our news.
Yeah.
We was doing this shit in November. I don't know
but
how
it's-
it got
it's
moved
then-
to June.
It's then too though, but this month is actually minority.
Yeah, it's
mental
like
health.
it's technically
Right.
black.
Yep.
It was supposed to be black men's mental
But
health.
they made it minority. It's minority mental health month. Yep.
Yeah, it's
Shout out to Black Men Mental Health Month.
yeah, like I was in therapy, and like my therapist would talk about how crack jokes on her. Like she used to, you know, a therapist conventionally they're like, oh, this is the problem. This is why you feel like that. Oh, so like if you told me, bro, my dog just died, I'm going through a depression, they're gonna look at you and be like, oh, so you're going through a depression because your dog just died. Okay. And it's like you feel like I used to crack jokes about that. And she's like, "Oh, you should just
That's
go
that
to a
drop
comedy
shit
show."
right there.
You know what I'm saying? Like you should just go to a comedy show. She kept saying it like, you're so witty, you do a bunch of friction towards me, but like go see what you like. You know what I'm saying? So I went to an open mic and like it was like, oh shit. Like I actually am looking at these motherfuckers because open mic shit be terrible. I'm gonna be honest.
Right.
Like don't go to an open mic with expectations that you're gonna laugh because it's funny. You're gonna laugh because you enjoyed it because people be up there really struggling.
Yeah.
Aw.
Losing their whole life up there on stage. And you be like, damn, I should really be able to believe in myself this
whole
much.
life, shit.
Nah,
I done
bro.
seen it at the
Believe in
last
myself
festival,
this
bro. Like,
much.
I done seen it.
Bro,
I done
it's
seen it
bad,
with
bro.
I done
Bro,
seen
it happens like where
I
you
gotta
be like,
find one.
damn,
Crickets.
bro, it's like being at the gym trying to max out in
I
front of
wonder how
somebody
they
you
be
ain't never
feeling.
lifted weights.
Yeah,
It's
like
like,
they
nigga,
come
you are finna die in here. Yeah, for real.
I've seen it.
For
Yeah, that's real
bro.
talk.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. And I just, I went to a comedy show like maybe 2 weeks after I started going every week, and my boy, none of his comics pulled up. And he knew I was a host. He knew I was a person that was known and shit. So he kind of just threw me on stage. He was like, "Oh yeah, coming to the stage, my dog, special guest, blah blah blah, Hugo." I'm looking like, nigga, what? Everybody in there, I'm
Sink
like,
or
hell yeah, Hugo,
swim.
you gonna try that shit? We love you.
Yeah.
I'm like,
On the fly.
What? I got up there, boo boo. Boo boo.
They was doing that shit. They was booing you and shit.
Nah, not booing. I never got booed before, but like I was saying, I was boo boo. But like I had a host
Looking at-
mentality, so I was entertaining,
Yeah.
but I didn't tell no jokes. I wasn't funny. But like that night, the adversity that it gave me, it was like this the first time I've been humbled by some shit in a minute. And like it showed me that I'm still competitive. It showed me that I still give a fuck about
That's
shit and
right.
stuff. Like at the time I was selling
Everything.
drugs. I was doing a whole bunch of shit I shouldn't have been doing.
Yeah.
And like in life, like when you find purpose, it makes you kind of focus down on it. Like, oh shit, all right, I just went through something where now I care about this thing. Now there was an experience that made me, treat it differently than I treated it. Because had I treated it like how I felt afterwards, I would have been funny. Because I would have just let myself go up there and say what I felt like saying. I was trying to say shit that I felt like people wanted to hear. And like even in life, like you can't even do that with what you want to do. Like you can't just go out and be like, oh, like I went to school for architecture originally. You feel me? Like I went to University of Miami, 18,000 applicants, 80 people get picked. I'm the only black in the program. I'm tatted up. I got these white folks fucking hating me in this program.
Right on.
You get what I'm saying? And it's like I was only there though because like my whole life I was just trying to prove shit to my parents, to prove shit to my mom, and I'm gonna be this guy. And I get there and it's like I'm burning myself out for all this shit. And to be honest, I don't give a fuck about it.
Not happy.
Yeah, and you start realizing that like when you going through life and you in these structured disciplines and you doing all these things and all these people have so much behind them helping them get through it, where it may be a parent that was an architect, or it may have been a friend who's knowledgeable of it, or you may have come from the culture of college. But for me, like I'm from North Carolina. I'm all the way in Florida. I'm not talking to my family. I'm the only black in the program. I'm getting demerits for wearing shirts that show my tattoos. Like I got a whole chino loafers button down to the chest, like how my professor is. But I just got tattoos, so they writing it down unprofessional. Blah 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 blah. It's like, man, and
Everybody got fucking tattoos.
it was a bad situation. Like it really took.
It's mental.
It took me through a place where I was like, bro, I don't feel worth it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the corporate America and the white America and the predominantly white institutions are set up. If you don't have enough of yourself in you when you go, it's not set up for you to win. But, experiencing that at that age, you learn how to navigate the world, because like I'm not tripping off going to Ontario Improv to host for the white folks and being able to be cordial and knowing how to still be myself, but still knowing how to play the game and smile and nod and send my emails as my manager when really my manager is my real name.
Right.
That part.
A whole different email. I get
That's
there and I'm
right.
the same person you were talking to. I show you, who's the check go to? My manager's name.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's like you get to a point where you start to formulate your focus just based off of the experiences. Like, I guess I'm not supposed to say I was here for the last interview, but y'all last interview, that shit was dope. How Buddy was just talking about how like he feels like the experience is what was the cannabis businessman?
Mhm.
Yeah, he feels like experience is better just because like you
Right.
have that raw feeling, that raw moment. Like I could tell you if I cried, I could tell you if I had anxiety, I could tell you how it tastes. That's like when you go to a food spot and you ask the waiter, like, people be ordering this, and they be like, that's not the one. You're not just gonna order that.
Just order it.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
But had he been like, oh yeah, you be done tried
hop on
something
it.
that don't even make
Yeah.
sense. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's how we gotta, chisel our focus with what we love. Cause like you never know what you love till you're trying a bunch of different things that you yearn for. Like if you waking up thinking about it, if you bringing it up in random conversation, if it's something that, you end up finding in your algorithm on your phone, if it's something like one of my most peaceful things I do when I can't sleep, I go watch like the random forest builds where people be building shit out of trees and it turn into a whole landscape
Yeah,
with
that's
water.
survival.
And you feel me?
That's
Where
survival like a motherfucker.
it don't be no
Luxury
electricity
survival.
and it be like a whole building put up and I'm just watching them chisel at everything, and it's just like the process of watching something go from 0 to 100 and understanding what that is. It's like a universal key for life, because you like, either way, if I keep going, it's gonna turn into whatever it needs to be.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
And that's the key right there too, though. Just listening to everything that you're talking. You know what I'm saying? It's a gift that was there.
yeah, for
You
sure.
know what I'm saying? And it's like from black man to another black man, you have to recognize those gifts. You know what I'm saying? And some motherfuckers will see that, you know what I'm saying, that bump in the wall and just be like, oh, this is like, fuck, man, what the fuck am I doing? But you came to certain bumps and you was like, okay, I know what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Yeah.
the gift black men need to look at. You know what I'm saying? Once you get to that bump in the road or whatever it is, it's not that bump in the road. You know what I'm saying? It's evaluation time.
And to piggyback off what you're saying too, like I feel like a lot of black men don't give themselves grace, bro. Like you gotta give yourself grace.
Right.
Like you gotta give yourself grace, bro. Like every day you waking up, that shit hard just waking up, bro.
Yep.
It's just like, as a black man in America, and I was just having this argument with a black woman, and it's funny because like now the single woman is the dominant woman, and they are all chasing this whole thing where it's not like it's I feel like it's a media play on just black culture in general. You know, like we were taught to not have the black man in the house just because that helped welfare, that helped food stamps, that helped the whole situation. Even in the slaves in the house, it made the families different. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't
So-
say it was something like taught. I would say it was something like poisoned into the
Yeah, like not like taught, but it's like
it was like
It's a learned behavior.
I shouldn't.
It's a learned behavior.
My asshole
Absolutely.
shouldn't tighten up when I see the police get behind me.
Not at all.
That wasn't taught, but that's some shit that's there. You feel me? It might not even be shit in the car. Like, nigga, I'm out here
Right.
smoking weed in the car, like
Right.
Yeah.
putting it out. Like, nigga, you in LA. What the fuck?
Motherfucker be clean as the board of hell. If I don't be seen one time behind, I'm shitting bricks.
Bro.
Right.
Man, my life, everything good, but I'm scared as a motherfucker.
But
Right.
because you know it's a
Oh,
whole
yeah.
it's a whole cloud over it. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you can't control. And I feel like that's where I feel like that's kind of what I was trying to say. Like now that like it's we go so back and forth with this masculine, feminine that we never understood partnership. Like that shit was never about masculine and feminine. Who the fuck is good at what we need done?
That's real.
That shit happen. Whoever, like, if I'm the best cook in my house, I'm not finna make my wife cook, bruh. I don't want that shit. I should be the one cooking. You get what I'm saying? Like, we should have some
It's a
type
quid
of
pro quo thing.
system.
Sure.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you cleaning, you doing whatever, or maybe you consolidating the paperwork, or maybe you know how to check all the mail, or whatever the fuck your job is in the house that you're good at and that you're passionate about. Like, I don't want you to just be doing jobs because I told you to do a job or you feel obligated. Like, I feel like a lot of our situations, even with parenting, even with relationships, friendships, like a lot of us don't give ourselves grace. Like, we haven't been okay enough to do it 100%. You ain't never felt joyful. Like, I was just telling my friend, like, I wonder what it's gonna be like with me being a joyful comic. Like every day I think about how I'm like right now I'm doing damn near like 40 days worth of a tour, right? And it's like I gotta realize like I'm coming back and forth seeing my son. Sometimes I can't see my son. Some shit like I gotta see my son by having my grandma get him, and he just away from my baby mama and with my family. So that's like me getting him. You get what I'm saying? And it's like I gotta choose to do that, because if I don't do that, I'm also taken away from the relevance that I have in this market, in this career that I'm trying to choose for my son. I have to, it's a double-edged sword with everything we doing. It's like on one side, you got to push yourself. On another side, if you don't push yourself, you're not even well enough in your mental to be a great father for your son. Like if I wasn't chasing my dreams, I wouldn't be the dad that could sit there and look at my son and you going through ear surgery and a whole bunch of different shit as a kid in adversity, and I'm in here in love with you. I can't be in love with you and I'm not out here chasing what the fuck I want. I'm gonna be looking at you like you the reason I can't go out and do what I need to do.
And that shit even crazy
That's a
too,
mental
though.
fuck. Yeah, that's
because
a
it's like
fuck.
even with both of them, you know what I'm saying? You damn if you do and you damn if you
Exactly.
don't. But it's like even if you try to go and push yourself, it's like now it's like I'm just an arrogant motherfucker.
On God,
I'm too
bro. You
cocky.
should see the text messages I get. You should see, man. And I'm a nigga, bro. I pay child support, daycare. My grandparents will get my son every weekend if my baby mama want. Like, nigga, I paid the doctor bills, the first birthday, second birthday, the everything. Only thing I didn't do was take maternity pictures holding her stomach naked behind her. Because we not together. So
On the real.
you feel me? I'm not gonna play house. I'm gonna be a great father. I'm gonna be a co-parent. You start tripping, I'll put myself on child support. That give me custody and put me in a place where I could still be around my
Joint custody.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
a lot of options with that,
Yeah,
though, you know what
because
I'm
but
saying?
in North Carolina, once you file child support, you get custody. If I'm paying child support, I have to have a certain amount of custody that I'm seeing my child, because that's how they gauge how much you paying.
I can see it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's part of how they do it in Cali too, though. You know what
Okay,
I'm
for
saying?
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even like besides like just the having the kid portion, just you breaking out and like trying to be that step towards success, like amongst your peers and just your family, your people.
Again, it's
however,
grace, because everybody
it takes a lot of grace.
Going back to it again, like I say, grace, like it's so broad, but it's not. It's like specific in a bunch of places. Like you spilling water on yourself because you was thirsty and it just came down your mouth. You having grace to just wipe your lip and not even think about it, versus you being a person that's like, oh fuck, like it's like the mental state of you
Real shit,
doing
though.
simple shit during your
shit.
day adds up,
Real shit.
and you get to a place where you like, either way I'm blessed. And if I'm thinking about it blessed, and I'm thinking about like, bro, my dad was never in my life. My dad never paid child support. I went through my whole childhood hating my dad, and I'm 29 now. My dad got 30 fucking kids, bro. Like every 17 days is a birthday. I just was with siblings that I ain't seen in 12 years for July 4th that got my same face. Mama's different in everything. And like, I can look at my dad and be like, I respect you as a man. Maybe not my father all the time. I respect you as a man, though, because mental health wise, you had to do whatever you had to do to keep yourself alive, to keep yourself from killing somebody, to keep yourself from killing yourself. It's
But
like,
you learn that as you get older.
yeah, you
too,
don't
though.
you don't see it as a kid,
Nah, not
but
at
it's a
all.
lot of
I experienced.
it's a lot of you know things that lead up to that, because everybody not strong. Like I gotta give my dad grace, because he might not been as strong as me mentally.
Right.
He might not have been as talented as me. He might not.
Human first.
Yeah,
As a
you know what I'm
dad.
saying? And when you start addressing people like that and you start seeing like this homeless dude wasn't homeless all the time. He was somebody's child. And he has had enough on his plate where somebody didn't take it off his plate and it's just piled up now. And a lot of us don't give ourselves that grace to be like, you know, I fucked up and I can make it work again. Like, bro, I got into comedy. The real reason somebody stole my laptop, all my beats, all my music shit, everything. Nigga, I was in a place where I'm like, bro, I'm throwing parties. I don't want to be around young girls no more. I'm in music. I done lost everything. I done spent all this money. What the fuck can I do? I started going to therapy. Then when comedy came about, it was like, oh, all the same connections, all the same clubs, all the same.
Hold on. What did the young girls have to do with it, though?
What, parties?
No. Because you said you didn't want to be around the young girls.
Like, cause, bruh, like when you are a promoter and you around shit, like you gotta find the newest young person that want to party.
Okay.
You ain't aunties ain't coming every week to be fucked up and like in that realm, you got to have the college into the grad school. Like you dealing with.
So that's the promotion aspect of like where you.
Yeah, from 18 to 28 in promotion. Out here, 21 to 28. You know what I'm saying? It's like you in a place where you gotta consistently be there. I was never really flashy. I didn't really drink like that. I was the one that was with the people. If I threw the party, like, cause I'm a Q dog too. So it's like we all about being the people's champs. You know what I'm saying? It's like we all inclusive. We doing everything. It's like we not the niggas in the booth getting bottles. Like, oh yeah, we with the bad. Like I didn't care nothing about that. So at a certain point, you start thinking about your crowd. Like, how can I transition with the people that I love though? Cause it's not about throwing shit for new people. I got thousands of people that I care about that could grow with me if I learn what curation is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you start maturing your wordplay with it. Like you not like just calling yourself a fucking janitor. You know what I'm saying? You might have an actual cleaning business. You're not just a janitor. You might not clean at all. You might have janitors. You know, you might have people that are doing it.
Right.
But it's like your perspective on how you looking at everything and how you are interpreting where you are in the process. Cause it's like you always at the top of some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even when you at your lowest point, you at the top of a point too. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta choose to see it like that. And again, it just goes back to grace, bro. Give yourself grace. People suck at giving themselves grace. Because it's like you thinking about embarrassment or you thinking about what people might say about you. You thinking about that's how social media has left us in culture and even black families, bro, or minority families. Like you competing against the best person in the family. Whoever the best was, everybody trying to beat them.
Yeah.
It's not like we all trying to figure out what resources plug into that. We trying to snatch that bitch out the wall and plug our shit in and then shine bright like a diamond. Like it's like, it's not about that. It's about each one teach one. You know what I'm saying?
I got a quick question though, because you was like, you know what I'm saying, in the respect factor. When you're speaking about your father, you know what I'm saying? I respect you as a man, but something not as a father.
Because
my
fault.
Look, hold on. The question is, you know what I'm saying, a father and a man, are those two different respect factors?
Hell yeah. Because a father didn't have to birth you, bro. Like, I got father figures that, like, shit. Like, bro, I got a father figure that's maybe 10 years older than me, Ujaru. You know what I'm saying? Cliff, like, it's he's one of the Q dogs that raised me. He crossed in 2006. I crossed in 13. But, you know, we 10 years apart, and he a person that I call for my wins, my losses, when I'm scared, when I'm going through shit with my baby mama.
Father figure.
I watched him while I was going through college, go through stuff with his baby mama and go through being an entrepreneur and go through, you know, transitioning from being a certain thing to this. And, you know, I watched him go from being the guy that just was like, oh, I'm just going to have hella hoes to now him having his wife and he got twins and he's a real family man and he's like fully embraced the romance. And it's like to see a man transition like that and be a father, it's like, I give him that respect. Like, you know, as a man though, you know what I'm saying, for my actual dad, it's like I realized that I wouldn't be here without you. I realized that you are who you are. I realized that you are a key part of why I'm not where I want to be because we still haven't figured it out. And I feel like everybody has that link to their parents and you got to figure out what it is about you that you can do for the situation. Cause you know, like, I had to realize even being older that like, even now in the choices that I have with my son, I could see how it could be like, I'm not gonna go fuck with him. Whenever he can ask me the real questions, I'll tell him. Cause it's like mentally, if you gotta go out and do something and you know you need all your energy to go out and do something, but you know, if you give any energy, it's gonna drain all your energy, and then whatever people looking for in you, that light that you got to give to the world, you can't give it. Now you not even who you were. Now you a whole different person.
You drain.
Yeah, you can't even because it's bad, bro. Like to the point where right now, like literally right now, transparent moment, I'm not in contact with my baby mama at all. My son don't. He not attentive enough to be like on the phone talking to me. She gotta hold the phone, do all that. Every time we talk, we argue. So literally to get my son, I gotta have my grandma call my baby mama, get him, set it up where they meet, and then I go get him, and it's no contact at all. But
Man.
I still have to make sure I can get my son. But when I used to get him, it used to be every 15 minutes. You calling me if I'm not sending you pictures. You doing this. You just because you know it's gonna irritate me. At a certain point, you gotta choose to like say, okay, I'm gonna set a standard for it, and I'm gonna just let it be what it is. You know what I'm saying? But
send a picture before she nags. Like, yeah,
man, fuck that.
on the real.
my son, bro, I ain't got no stolen goods, nigga. I ain't sending
On the
no
real.
pictures.
Man.
What the fuck?
Nigga shouldn't have to though.
Look, this a transparent moment, like for like everybody. I haven't witnessed that shit, you know what I'm saying,
That's
or
beautiful,
even went through it. You know what I mean? But I know a lot of brothers, you know, express that. You know what I'm saying?
It's always the good dads too.
Yeah, but looking at you right now, like all bullshit to the side, it's like you talking about the light, the energy, this, that, and the other. It seemed as like motherfucker tried to drain that energy from you.
Yeah.
But motherfuckers in that like situation, how do you get that energy back? Shine your light back bright.
You gotta rechannel it. Like I'm not finna let storm water rain down in a bucket and I'll pour it out if I ain't took a shower.
Y'all catch that?
Ain't gonna use,
Yeah, real. That's
feel
real
me?
shit.
I've been sitting here with soap for the longest, and it finally rained, and it rained in this bucket, and I poured it out. I'm tripping off where the water came from.
Blessing. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I'm tripping off what kind of water it is. I'm tripping off that the water ain't running out of a pipe. Nigga, this water,
Yeah.
you stink. You know what I'm saying?
Real.
It's
Wash
like
your ass. Yeah.
Man.
you kind of get to a point where it's like a choice for you, bro. You got to make the decision. Like, and every person has a decision to make when it comes down to you choosing who you're going to be. Like, you can stand up or you can have a stance. Like, I can have a stance sitting down.
Right.
Like, because it's all about three different things. Like, what you believe, what you got faith in, and what you know. Like, I believe I was going to be a good dad.
Right.
Then I had faith that I was being a good dad. And as I'm jumping into LA and all of this shit happening, like, had my baby mama not had a point where we weren't talking and all this shit, I wouldn't even came to LA. I got mad in February when I couldn't see my son and booked a trip out here. On some, I already had Atlanta going crazy for the comedy. I was just getting into Detroit and Chicago. I had just did the Bay Area with B. Simone. I was hosting for her.
Right.
So it's like, I don't got LA.
Yeah.
You feel me? So if I can get bi-coastal where I got, you know, the Bay Area and I got LA and then I got North Carolina, I got DMV, I got Atlanta, I got Florida. Everything in between don't really matter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I can, everybody going to
wiggle
these
that,
two extensions. You know what I'm saying? And had I not been there, I wouldn't know that I'm a good father, because it's like, I know I'm a good father because, for one, when you go to my Instagram, the first thing you're going to see is my son pinned. When I pull out my phone and network with people, the first thing they're going to see is my son. This ain't about my son, and my son all over this interview. You know what I'm saying? So those are the signs, even for, and I advocate for black dads and dads everywhere that, you know, struggle with that, because like, we have been taken out of being the providers as fathers. We have been taken out of being the icon. We have been taken out of being the role model.
For the longest.
Yeah, like nobody wants to be like their dad. But guess what? My son, when he can understand and he can see all the shit that, and it's a process from the dirt of it, from when he was born, it's a log of all of it, even on my social media, for him to see. Yeah. Like when you can see the work, and like, bro, I'm less than 2 years in comedy. I'm in LA. I done the Comedy Store. I'm doing Laugh Factories this weekend. I hosted Ontario Improv. Like, it's people I'm around 10 years in, ain't never been able to do it.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And it ain't because they not funny. It ain't because they won't bless. It ain't because they didn't get the opportunities. It's because whatever I'm doing and whatever I know already has a faith and a belief to it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, because some people just know shit because somebody told them. They ain't really had to feel it and not be able to see it. Because believing it is like saying, okay, I believe it's liquor in this cup. I can taste it. So I got faith that this is gonna get me drunk.
Yeah.
Me leaving, I know I'm drunk. You know what I'm saying? Those processes feel different. Even though they're the same, they all feel different. And whatever you know, whatever you believe in, whatever you have faith in should technically be you.
Facts. Do you spend some of them things that you go to into your comedy?
Yeah, but I don't feel like I'm in that place yet, bro.
Okay.
Like, to be honest, comedy is one of those things where it's kind of like being an OG. Even if you know all the shit as a 16-year-old, nobody's gonna be like, what up, OG?
Right.
Huh.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you was the only nigga out there talking about, hey man, take sea moss and be a
Right.
vegan and whatever the fuck. You was
Eat the
young.
seeded fruit.
You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You feel me? Do right by your neighbor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything.
He could have been the preacher man at 16. They
Yeah.
still not gonna give you the sauce.
Facts.
It take a while. It take you going through your own adversity. The people want to see, can you still be this person while you paying bills?
Mhm.
Can you still be this person when you lost your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Can you still be this person when your homie died that was motivating
That's
you
the
to do all the
challenge.
shit?
Yeah, that's the challenge.
You know what I'm saying? That's what make you the person.
Facts.
Like, can you do it at a high level when shit going on and nobody is there to help you with it? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, yeah, man.
So what's your comedy like based off then? What you cracking jokes on motherfuckers?
Yeah, like I'm super great at crowd work, man. I'm super engaging, especially when I'm hosting. Like hosting is different from actually going up doing a comedy set. When you're hosting, it's engagement and you making people feel comfortable. Like my first 20 seconds on stage, I should be asking, who's ever been to a comedy show before? Is this your first comedy show?
Right, yeah.
I gotta fill the room where it's like some people might not even know what happens at a comedy show. You might not even have comedy etiquette. You might not know what's going on. Then I'm going
Gotta
to
laugh.
You feel me?
I ain't never been in that kind of comedy setting.
Yeah,
But I think I went to one like as far as like the Lover and Friends one. You know what I'm saying? B Simone and all them motherfuckers is out there on stage. You know what I'm saying? I saw them, but I think I'm missing out on something. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's more of an intimate setting like that, though. You know?
Yeah, because it's like these people, bro, they don't know you from a can of paint, man.
Yeah.
They don't. And then especially on nights like I hosted on a Wednesday. So these people are real comedy fans. They not coming out because it's a headliner that they know. They coming out because they like comedy. They want to find a new person that's funny. They come in to experience it. And like, you have to figure out how to be relevant to certain people. Like this video he's playing right here, I was cracking a joke on asking people, I was like, yeah, how long you been with your lady? And dude spoke up real fast. He like, oh, I've been with her 7 years. I'm like, when you hear men talk like that and they speak real fast and they on a date with their girl, they want head at the end of the night. And everybody,
no question, though, but it's in the back of the.
And everybody in there was going crazy off of it. So soon as I said that, I go to the next person. I'm like, sir, how long you been with your lady? He speak fast as hell. He like, I've been with her 23 years. I said, I was like, so sir, what does he want at the end of the night? And the dude ain't answer. And the whole crowd was like, what? They going crazy off of it. I'm like, y'all help him out. Let him know what he need. And everybody was like, head. So it's like once they feel like they trust you and they engage, it's like, bro, comedy is like trying to feed a fucking straight animal. Bro, you like, bro, first of all, they not trusting shit you doing. I don't give a fuck if I'm hungry or not. I came to a comedy show. I don't care. I'm supposed to laugh. You handing them this food, your hands, what the fuck? I don't trust it.
Shaky, nigga.
Soon as they taste the food and they see that you are friendly, no matter what you giving, you could have fed them nails for the rest of the night. They still gonna try it just because they trust you in the comedy. So like as a host, you just gotta keep people engaged and keep people. You have to really watch though. If you're not witty and you're not paying attention, it's kind of like on a podcast, like how y'all in the moment y'all got questions y'all writing, but if you're not able to come up with a question on the spot based off of how a person is responding, the podcast is gonna be trash. You know what I'm saying? It take a lot of in the moment. Oh, he said this. How can I immediately ask him something that make him go even deeper? You know what I'm saying? So,
how do you deal with hecklers?
Hecklers? Man, how do you deal with a girl? How do you deal with a girl that don't want you?
Shit, leave her alone.
Nah. Nah, but
tell us. Yeah.
Difference though. Like, remember, you can't just leave. This your job.
Right.
Oh, you old buckethead.
Nah.
Fuck you then.
It's like you show value. You be in the way to be on the way. Like I could be in the way to just stop you from doing what you're doing. You still at a comedy show. You still here to have a good time. I'm acknowledging you not to stop you from doing that. I'm acknowledging you to be on the way with you. Like as you here, let me guide you through the enjoyment. Let me create a situation where, okay, you're saying something. I could choose to go crazy, but for real, I'm trying to figure out how I can get everybody else to kind of tell you to shut the fuck up.
To turn on that one motherfucker. Like,
it's not about me being like, you ugly ass, dumb ass. It's more like asking the crowd, like, Whose cousin is this in the back
On the
that's
real.
still talking? Where it's like,
I've seen it.
you know what I'm saying? But it's some people that go for it. You know what I'm
It's like
saying?
going with the flow. Shit.
Yeah, but like hecklers make you strong though, and I feel like being in Atlanta, like it's different. LA comedy is way different. It's sweet out here, bro. Like if you got your premise, punchlines, everything set up, you gonna win. People gonna think you funny. Even if you don't get a lot of laughs, you gonna get respect laughs because they like understand the art of it. Coming up like in a place like Atlanta for comedy, where you at a bar, it's a nigga that he done spent 200 on his female. This day first day, he just found out she on her period. Like, this nigga don't want to hear shit you talking about. And he asking and you got the nerve to ask him how long y'all been together. He ain't finna get no pussy.
Man,
Nigga mad in the mother.
he might get some head, though.
Bro, you even bringing up head. He just found out she don't even suck dick. She done said it.
Right,
Oh, I don't
right.
even suck dick.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, like,
The whole room
looking
gone.
like,
Oh my God. I'm trying to tell you, like, going to them rooms where that shit not set up for comedy, where like, bro, my real adverse moment, like my best moment of comedy where I was like, damn, okay, I care about it now. I'm not who I thought I was Monticello's on Friday in Atlanta. It's free crab legs, nigga.
Yeah.
They in there cracking
They in there
crab
like,
legs. They don't give a fuck about nothing but them fucking crab legs, nigga. They getting there cracking. I'm young in comedy too. Like I was a dude. Like I pop up with a big ass ignorant sign all the time, like 6 foot sign.
Yeah.
For real, you know what I'm talking about? That shit
I
huge,
seen it.
bigger than me.
Okay,
Huge.
promo.
Pull that bitch up. Like yeah, I'll promote myself. If you need a sign to follow me, it's right here. And like
That's a dope introduction.
you
though.
feel me? I say that shit all the
That's a
time,
dope
bro.
introduction.
Bro, I gained 20,000 followers from hosting for B. Simone off being at the shows. I'm talking about I'm doing 200 followers a show where they like, yeah, nah, you was funny. And I got my shit up on stage. I'm
That's
talking about
right.
Bill Bellamy.
That's
I
right.
was in Virginia. I put my shit on his stage, big as fuck. He didn't even know I was gonna do it. I had that bitch sitting by the stage. As soon as they call me up, it take 3 seconds to put that bitch up. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
Poppy. Yeah.
Put it
Yep.
up. When I got off stage, that nigga was like,
Fuck
bro,
the ass
it was like, bro, this nigga got marketing. He like, bro, this nigga marketing everywhere. I can't even take a shit because his face on the goddamn tissue and shit. So it's like,
For real.
when you have people speak on like certain shit you doing and you have them moments where it's like you it. So I had that moment where I'm like, yeah, I'm pulling up my sign. Granted, this is not the place to do that.
Yeah.
Had I known my personnel and shit,
Yeah.
that, like niggas don't give a fuck if you got a sign, and if you got a sign, bitch, you better be here to smack.
But here's smack.
I swear to God, I got pulled that sign out. The host was like, "Oh, okay. Well, we've got a motherfucking big neck nigga from North Carolina that think
Got
he's
a
something."
sign.
I swear to God, this nigga better be funny, bitch, because I don't know who he is or where he's
But
coming
he got
from.
a sign, though.
He's got a fucking sign. That nigga don't got clean shoes, but he got a sign. He was going in on me, bro. I got up there, cracked one joke. They laughed. And I said, this was when I was doing my granddad joke. I talk about how like he don't fuck with gay shit. But I didn't know how to set it up when I first was saying it. So it used to come off offensive because I wasn't speaking from his perspective. I'm speaking from my perspective about him.
Right.
It's a gay dude right here that come all the time to the show. He done turned the whole crowd against me, bro. I'm maybe 13 seconds in. I done got a big laugh. And I done been here before. I'm like, oh, it's finna go like last time. I started saying my little jokes. This nigga said, and where is the fucking joke? Obviously gay. Obviously flamboyant as hell. Obviously said it right after I said my gay joke. And now the whole crowd full of women is like, yeah. Where's the joke? And it's giving you're a homophobe, man. I'm like,
How did you fix
And
it?
the women will be the first to touch
that
it.
night,
After
I didn't fix it. That night, I just had
it
to
was a
gracefully
wrap.
get the
Yeah.
fuck off
Bow
stage.
out.
My set
Bow
was
out.
supposed to be 7 minutes. I did 3.5. All right, y'all, you go. Hold it down. You get the fuck off. Hold it down. I had like 4 people laughing in the front at one of my jokes after I was up there struggling for about 2 minutes. They was like, ha ha. I was like, that's my time. I'm not finna die up here.
And the sign was up.
What? Took that bitch down so quick. Swoop.
Right.
Nigga, that shit looked like a fucking yo-yo the way that bitch came down, bro. I took the sign down. You know you did bad when niggas come to you during the show. This ain't even after the show. Niggas going to get drinks by the bar. They coming up to me, touching my shoulder. Hey, man, keep going. Oh, fuck. fuck, bro. Don't do that right now, bro. I'm in the car holding an imaginary gun to my head, like, bro. I'm like, bro.
He cried in the car.
Swear to
Nigga,
God,
like, he
bro.
gonna
I
cry
sat in the
car.
parking lot till the parking lot was empty, bro. I sat out there like, bro, if you gonna do comedy and you gonna drive all the way the fuck out here and you gonna do this shit, like this was
That was a growing moment though.
This was
That
when I
a
was.
lesson.
This was when I ain't have it set up. Like I won't doing runs. Like this was. I'm choosing to get in the car today because I can go get on this show today. This shit 6 hours away. I'm finna just go today, and I'm finna drive back tonight because I don't even got money to get a hotel or none of that shit. I ain't have no connections, no nothing. I'm just going.
Yeah,
Man.
Nigga, a ride home after bombing 6 hours, nigga, you ain't even listening to music, bro.
Yeah.
I can count how many times I switched lanes. I'm like, nigga,
feel
I
like a
switched.
nigga like was with a female and couldn't get it up or something.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Crazy.
Oh nah, see now you talking about some shit niggas have experienced. That's
Yeah.
fucked up. Has
Yeah.
that happened to you?
Nah.
Nah, it has, cause you wouldn't have brought it
Look
up.
at
I'm gonna be real. It's happened to me. It's happened to me
That shit
before.
happened before, guys?
You realize listen, it's happened to me before.
But it can.
That shit,
It can happen though.
it's one or two things. Either you really don't fucking like her.
That's true.
You've gotten to a point in your
in the mother.
No, I'm saying either you really don't like her and you've gotten to a point in your life where like you have to really like the person, or
Or you need some more testosterone.
yeah, you in a depressed ass state and the shit you eating and the way you sleeping and just
No
your body
seeds.
don't got no type of compressor to it. You
No
got loose
seeds.
blood.
Yup,
You
that's
feel me?
real.
You ain't got that build up blood. You feel me? You hitting
No,
that bitch.
thinking
You trying to
about
hit
it.
that bitch trying to hit that bitch with the quarter chub, and your shit is bending out. Like you ain't never had one condom, and like you was going soft, and you was like, nah, this shit I gotta jack with the condom on because
Lord.
if I take this condom off and I'm not hard, it's
Hey,
over.
It's over. Yeah.
I'm finna Haribo this bitch. I'm finna Haribo this bitch to death. What? You ain't never mashed? You had to, man. I don't have some crazy.
Okay.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Real talk though. Yeah.
Cause I'm a 3-rounder, bruh. If I fuck with you, I'm a fuck.
Yeah,
We gonna
nigga,
fuck.
Yeah.
And then we gonna fuck again, and then I'm gonna wake up and fuck. So like that third one, you
That's
just
that
be,
new in a relationship kind of like fucking.
Nah, I like
doing that shit after no like 10, 15, like something.
it depend on the type of female you with though, cause like to be honest,
Yeah,
if she
dude.
excites you, bro,
It do.
Yeah.
like if she is like if you got a female that's out and about and like let's say tonight she like, babe, I picked this place for us to go, let's go eat, I'm gonna pay for it. Up under the table the whole time she touching you and doing weird shit. That shit, how you like, you gonna pick, again, you got two choices. Either you gonna be the nigga that's like, you making me feel like a woman. Or you gonna be like,
Grab that motherfucker.
You feel me? Or you gonna be like,
grab that motherfucker.
this shit exactly what I like. Like, this is crazy.
Everything.
You ever been hard talking
you
to
finna
a
hit that
female? Like,
corner?
bro, bitch, you got my dick hard talking to you. That's why I
it's
like
finna go
aunties.
down.
I don't even
Yeah.
like these young bitches
yeah,
no more.
That's why I like
Bro, young
aunties.
bitches want to drink tequila, eat chicken tenders, and fuck.
Yeah.
No. It's 4 a.m. Bitch, you drinking Red Bull? What the fuck? If you don't slide them blackout curtains back, hold up. We ain't gonna go to work tomorrow, bitch.
Blackout curtain.
Fuck.
Damn.
You got blackout curtains and you drinking Red Bull, bitch? What the fuck?
Nigga trying to go to sleep.
Yeah, no, you don't want to see the sun come up? The sun should be telling you to chill the fuck out. You don't hear the birds outside? Ain't no birds at midnight.
Past 20 years. In the past 20 years. Top 5 comedians in the past 20 years.
Past 20? I'm 29, so I mean.
Oh, shit.
Drop it down to about 10. 5.
Nah, not even that. Not like I,
Lifetime. Fuck it.
yeah, like I was saying,
Yeah,
like,
go to
damn, you was
Lifetime.
giving me less credit than I. That nigga like this nigga
No,
like.
based off what he, no, based off what he
You was
said,
spent-
though,
nah,
you
you
like,
ain't-
man,
nah.
I'm only 29. I
No, I'm
said, fuck
saying
it,
because he said
then.
20 years. I'm like, I wouldn't be able to gauge the numbers.
Right.
It's probably
But like in
20
all
past
time,
20,
you feel me? You got like my number one all time is Bernie Mac. I just
Okay.
just
I ain't
from
scared of
I'm with you on
motherfuckers.
that.
yeah, and it ain't even that. It was for me. It was his show. His stand up was great. It was his show and how he portrayed himself on his show. I grew up in a household where like that gay shit and just men were men. And he was like that.
Yep.
Like he's even had behind the scenes interviews of them having a little boy sit on his lap and them telling him
I
during
seen
the picture
that.
like, nah,
Nah, watch out. Yeah.
hey, you a boy. saying it to him like, you a boy, don't sit on my
Don't sit
lap.
on my lap. Yep.
That's real as fuck. We need that.
It's a motherfucker.
And like, that's okay. Like, granted, if that boy grow up gay, cool, but you don't sit on my lap.
Yep.
We not having sex. You're not interested in me.
Yep.
So you keep that in your bedroom. And when we hear this is how it's supposed to be, like, it's such a blurred line of shit like that. And I just feel like if you gonna have a stance, like be a man on stage every time you up there. You know what I'm saying? So I would go Bernie Mac. I would go Richard Pryor just out of respect because like he one of the ones that really, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I would say Dave Chappelle because of adversity and growth. You feel me? You think about Dave Chappelle going from nigga, fuck your couch and I'll suck your dick and all of the, you know what I'm saying? All of the crazy Dave Chappelle where niggas is like,
what?
You didn't even know a crackhead until you thought about the Dave Chappelle episodes, bro. Like that was your image of it. It's still memes of him like that. You know what I'm saying? Then to see him, you know, like let all the money go and then go back and then still have his stance against the trans shit and then
made more money.
You know what I'm saying?
On his stance.
To really be a nigga that gave a fuck. You knew you was talented. You knew it was gonna take more. You had to get writers or do whatever you needed to do and still create, but you made it happen for yourself and you didn't change who you were. You know, it's a lot of people who changed who they were. So that's 3. 2 more, I would have to go like Deion Cole and D-Ray Davis. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Chicago niggas, cause I picked them too. I picked them too because like they both were fat in comedy. Yeah. So like to have mental discipline to change your body and not to get surgery and do a whole bunch of shit. You did it organic. Like, you know what I'm saying? You go from being like the rough nigga to being like the sex symbol in a way. Like even with Deion Cole getting the Old Spice shit, it's like you transitioned yourself from being a chitlin circuit nigga to everybody can just respect and love what you do as an art and you have a real brand for it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, people like Kevin Hart and shit like that. Like, but see, I don't identify with his comedy as much, I feel like, because I'm big as fuck. Like, so the comics I'm talking about are like kind of bigger in stature other than like Richard Pryor. But like it's a different connotation to it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
6 feet though, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was still kind of slim and tall, but
my top one, you know what I'm saying, and your top one, I'm fucking with Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
Our top 2 are probably just switch.
Yeah.
If they had a versus, you know what I'm saying, who you think gonna win?
Richard Pryor
versus Bernie Mac, stand up.
I gotta give it to Richard Pryor. I gotta give it to Richard Pryor just because he was so
stand up tall. The Pryors.
He was so witty, and he was the first one to really give it to motherfuckers. Like I don't give a fuck. Like it's like he had that first
crack and all.
You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't give a fuck what he was saying. He had a real attitude to it. You know what I'm saying? Bernie Mac had so many people before he was discovered that he could have seen and possibly taken from or even learned from or even, you know, caught the motivation or energy from. But Richard Pryor at his time didn't have nobody to really look at. Like a lot of the niggas to look at were niggas in movies, like Sidney Poitier. And like these niggas are funny because they doing facial expressions and shit, not necessarily telling jokes and being up there. And then their shit was still kind of whitewashed in a sense. Like it wasn't like as crazy as his shit.
And I never hear too many people, even comedians, mention Eddie Murphy.
Because Eddie Murphy,
I would love to work with him. But I mean, like again, like bro, it just depends on what kind of comedy you into.
Yeah, right. I think Eddie Murphy is kind of like he in the lane of his own, kinda. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He that cross between the stand up movie comedian. You know what I'm saying? Like I think in that genre right there, I think that's where Eddie Murphy.
You even think like back in the days when he was actively doing his stand up, like the Raw and all that kind of stuff like that, though.
He just too talented at a lot of shit, bro. I think I think it's kind of like the Jamie Foxx effect, where it's like, nigga, you can do
everything.
You can do everything. Yeah. And then like when you could play different, like Eddie Murphy, I think when people realized that he could play that many parts and do the voices and you know what I'm saying? I feel like when you have a mindset like that, it changes everything, because it's not just about you going and telling a joke. You know what I'm saying? That's how you can find niggas like Kevin Hart trying to get into like more drama and more serious roles because they like,
Movies and
I
shit,
want
yeah.
to broaden my horizon to the whole thing. Like, you don't look at Eddie Murphy in a movie and automatically be like, oh, he can't be serious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're not thinking he's finna be the funniest person in the movie,
Right.
but he's the brand, and he's, you know what I'm saying? Like, even like the new Axel
Axel,
yeah.
what's that?
on Netflix, that shit's
Yeah.
good as fuck.
Yeah,
And
What's that? The 48, first 48, another first 48 or some shit. Beverly Hills Cop.
Beverly
Yeah.
Hills Cop,
Beverly Hills
yeah.
Cop.
yeah,
Beverly
so
Hills
you
Cop.
know what I'm saying? It shows him a lot in that, and there's funny moments, but the whole time you looking at it, you're not thinking of him as Eddie Murphy, the stand-up comedian.
Right, you thinking the movie,
Yeah. You literally thinking of Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah.
He has that on him. Like, it's not like how, like, if Kevin Hart's in the movie, I'm thinking stand-up comedian Kevin Hart, to me personally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I feel like it's hard to transition out of that shit. Like, but when you do, you go to this point where you unreachable. Granted, Kevin Hart's unreachable just because, bro, he work harder than everybody. Like, that nigga do workout rooms out in Atlanta where it's fucking 50 people in the crowd and he looking at his notebook, like, saying shit he ain't never said. So to see somebody be as big and be humble and go into small spaces and still be who they are, and you can't do nothing but respect the work. So
What you think about Money Mike?
Money Mike.
Cat Williams.
Yeah, Cat Williams.
Like the whole him. Okay,
Like just him, period, as a comedian, and also the way
The interview
the interview too.
Okay, so him as a comedian, right now,
Okay.
seeing the new special, and again, I would love to work with him. Seeing the new special and all that shit, though, I'm not the same fan I was when I was young and I was watching him say the Cryptochronic Cutter Life, nigga.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
where
Tink Tink and all that shit.
yeah, I feel like it's more a stance on him being the best versus being him. Like, I feel like back in the day, he was being him. We already know him now, so now it's about trying to be the best. And sometimes trying to be the best is not who you are. You can be the best by just being who you are. And I feel like, you know, what he did was smart for comedy. At the time, comedy wasn't in the forefront. So him going on Shay Shay and doing that and having a sports platform.
Put it out there, yeah.
Yeah, it made people argue. It made people care. It made people pull up old videos. It made people buy tickets for tours. It made people, shit, it really made, I feel like that's the reason why Kendrick and Drake started beefing. Because, like, for months, there was nothing talked about with music. Niggas won't drop in. It was, all you see is world tours coming up. World tours, comedy. And then you see this, and then now everything's back to music, and everything's back to...
That was a play. It was a smart play, though.
It makes sense. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even down to when people seen J. Cole get into it, if people really wanted a battle, you could have let J. Cole and Kendrick put out 10 songs and go back to back to back.
What you think about the nigga bowing out, though, man?
I think it was smart. I think that Kendrick probably called him like, this shit ain't really got nothing to do with you, gang. All the shit I'm saying got everything to do with you because y'all did a song together, but you know I love you and we should work. I feel like that's how that went. I think that Kendrick don't respect Drake because of some of the shit he was saying. Like, Drake being a nigga who is kind of eating off the culture. Right. He already has a whole country behind him, and then he's still draining the U.S. and you know what I'm saying? He's the reason why we have certain industry plans. Like, he can touch something and it could go.
Sexy Red.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Ice Spice. It's like, bro, the song that he got with Sexy Red is trash. Babe, I love you. Trash. You my everything. Like, did you see the BET Awards this year? Like,
I seen that part.
You back in the day, you could watch the BET Awards with your grandparents.
Not today.
Nigga, you can't watch that shit. That shit awkward. Like,
you can ask right now who had the best twerk off.
Yeah, everybody
look,
twerking.
This is what's crazy. Not to just be on Sexy Redhead though, but like she got a tour going on right now though.
Yeah.
But it's not selling. Like they talking about canceling the tour because they can't sell enough tickets. And with her and it's like people is like it's like it's like kids and
that's sad.
And people that can't afford to go to the concert that those are the people that rock with it.
It's the demographic though.
Yeah. And if you look at it though, like with a lot of these top bigger artists and stuff though, you get the support from different demographics. Right.
Bro, you go to concert, bro, I used to curate big ass festivals and the people in the front,
Booty Hole Brown
and they white, bro. Yeah. Like granted, they love it as long as you being a nigga. Yep. Like, they'll love Sexy Red and they'll go.
Yep.
As long as she can't never try to motivate herself and never try to come off clean or never. Soon as she say, "Hey y'all, my coochie don't stink today," they're gonna be like, "Hell no, bitch.
We don't with you.
Come on now." Yeah. They not, bro. That's how the industry set up. Like it's set up for you to look at what's in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Like them pushing the agenda of Sexy Red right now and all that shit. It's still another play on. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but you know all this shit connected. We got all this shit going on in the media, and then you got Biden not knowing who the fuck he's talking to or what he's talking about.
Oh my God.
You got the only other option for presidency as Trump, a nigga who wants to bring back fucking search and seize and shit, and it's like giving police officers immunity and
all kind of shit.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, to be honest, if you a smart person and you got any money behind you and you want to do anything where you are building it as an entrepreneur, Biden isn't technically the smart choice. If you have any soul, if you have any fucking care in the world, if you care about the grass being green on your side and the other side, Trump not the person to pick. Nah. So it's like, do you want a nigga to die in office or do you want to fuck around and die while somebody's in office? And it's like,
and the cold part about the niggas is a convicted felon,
bro.
Still
immunity though, but that tell you right there that you can be whoever the fuck you want to be.
Hey, tell me this: that convicted felon, do you think he gonna get a whole lot more black votes just because he's a convicted felon?
Nah, hell no. He'll have to do some shit like he'll have to make it so that like if he said like, "Oh, I'm advocating for all felons to be able to vote."
Oh yeah,
then he'll wake niggas up.
Sure.
Cause then you start having to put the ballots in the jails and shit, and you could change the legislators and the governments and just giving them like, bro, we already allowing weed and all this shit to be legal and taxing it and all shit. A person in jail, give them half a vote. Shit, go back to slavery, give them 3/5 vote. Fuck, you feel me? Like, but just having some type of
3/5 of a vote is some bullshit.
But I'm being real though. Like they in there making fucking 3 cents a day, fucking sweeping and doing whatever the fuck laundry and hoping to pay $10 for a Pop-Tart on fucking commissary. You feel me? So
something that's not even good for you. But that's what they hoping for.
You feel me? And it's like we in a day and age where they supposed to confuse you, bro, because it's too much information out here for us to know the truth.
It's been like that too, though.
So they giving you a bunch of shit, and they want to see what do you believe, what you got faith in, and what do you know.
What you gonna
and they trying to make all them different.
Yep.
As long as they different, we can keep you figuring it out. And if we can keep you figuring it out, we can keep your ass over the fuck there while we doing whatever the fuck we need.
So long in these cannabis laws.
Come on now.
Let me get back into the cannabis.
Yeah. My bad.
To the questions, man. If you were stranded on a desert island,
damn.
You know what I'm saying, with one other comedian.
Damn.
Who you gonna choose and why?
I ain't even supposed to say stuff like this because you're not supposed to.
Go ahead.
Want to touch on
it's
your counterparts.
But it's a safe space.
If I was on the island stranded, first of all, bitch, we need to populate.
Man,
it's gonna have to be one of.
And
he said a comedian. Fuck these niggas, man.
Nigga need a woman.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie to you. Look. I got a couple of them I'll drop out there, but
there's one thing you're just not saying.
Yeah, I can't say them.
Why not?
No, he thinking about comedians though.
Nah, I am, but like, see,
there's one he's not trying to say.
Yeah, I can't say
it. Say it now. You gotta say it.
Say the one that I want to say.
Let me say it. Fuck her baby dad.
Tell me the name. I say it.
Let me say it, Monique.
Fuck her man. Nah, I feel like Monique would love on you the whole time. Like,
come here, baby.
Where's my boyfriend, girl?
Hell nah. If I had to go,
you just gotta do the hunting. She's like, oh, I got this.
Nah, we can't do Monique.
Let me see.
We need something a little more interesting than Miss
What's
Parker.
one you were just on a tour with?
B. Simone?
Yeah.
Nah, she not with it enough. I can't even.
Uh-huh.
A lot of her jokes about her not liking to suck dick and shit like that.
And she got she going. Yeah, she going.
I love B. Simone though. That's my dog. That's my dog. But she gonna be one of them females. Y'all might be a missionary, and she look at you and be like, "What do you like about me?" And I'm like,
"Yo,
I only brought one condom." Like I don't.
Like damn, baby. Like
I only brought one condom. But nah, that's crazy.
You gonna make a nigga squeeze and pull.
But I don't know, man. I just had a moment with Kim Whitley at a show the other day, Sugar from Friday. I ain't gonna lie. I had a moment with her, and she still look young, which is crazy. Yeah, that's real auntie.
He said he was about them aunties.
I just had a moment with her where I got it on my page too. I posted it where she was talking about my joke where I talk about how like I be eating Cougar coochie and shit. And I was like, yeah, I knew I was eating the coochie good because her foot started looking like a banana. Like she started curling her foot. And
you said Cougar coochie or you said coochie?
I said coochie, Cougar coochie.
Okay,
like
Cougar
like
coochie.
Yeah, because I always say I'm part of the CCC, the Cougar Catching Club. So like I go into a whole, I talk about how I can catch them. I'll be like, yeah, I'll be outside of TJ Maxx on Sunday playing gospel.
Like, that make them double take. They be like,
what are you doing? What? I'll be out there with a 3-piece suit on trying to help people with their groceries and shit.
After this, you gonna have a gang of young niggas outside of TJ Maxx playing some.
Oh God, bro! Look, I'm trying to catch. I ain't trying to catch a sale. I'm trying to break every chain.
Man.
There is power in the name of Jesus.
Man,
what would be a dream comedy gig for you?
A
right now
dream,
at this point?
a dream comedy gig. I mean, all of them are a dream, bro.
That's
Just
dope.
as a comic, I say it like this: there is no dream gig. It's always gonna be a big one. It's
right.
always gonna be one you was disappointed in.
Right.
And that's the beautiful part about it. Like I can be in front of 5 people or 5,000, no matter what's going on. It's the feeling I get when I got the mic. I know that I'm supposed to be right here. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
Like we ain't even do the prerequisites of what we were supposed to do for this interview.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not the worst interview y'all ever had up here.
Never.
No.
And we
not
ain't even
close.
figure out what we was gonna ask each other. Y'all don't know me from a fucking can of paint, but I know
Home.
I'm going back to my 3. You feel me? I believe I was gonna do straight on the podcast. When I was sitting in here and I saw y'all shit production wise, I'm like, y'all professional. I have faith this finna be good.
Oh, for sure.
And as soon as I got right here with my little shot and y'all put me in the spotlight and you said my intro so crazy.
You know.
I said, I know I'm finna smack this podcast.
Hey, look, then Cuzzo come with the why you got the
Yeah. This nigga like, where your
Spice.
he like, where your granny stay? I'm like, nigga, my granny stay by some cows, bro. You don't even know the struggle, bro.
Let me check the temperature.
Have
real
you ever
quick.
smelled manure, bro? Like, he never smelled niggas trying to grow grass. Have you ever smelled cow shit on your grass?
Man, it's different.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
You worried about dog shit? Have you ever actually had somebody go buy bags of shit to grow grass?
I'm dead.
Man.
He said I have to start
I ain't gonna even
summer.
front though. You know
Was
what I'm
that your song on the intro?
saying? Nope, my big cousin. Though.
Our big cousin.
I knew you was
Yeah.
related to him because I seen
Yeah.
how you was smiling. I said,
Yeah.
yeah. Every time he hear it, he like, yeah, that motherfucker.
Yeah. We blood cousins.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah. No. That's our big cousin. But me,
Oh.
we blood cousins though.
Oh,
Yeah,
but y'all had blue cups and shit.
for sure.
Yeah.
I'm
Y'all-
adopted.
Keep it crippin'.
But
You know
y'all
what I'm saying?
blood.
Keep it crippin'.
Look, I,
Bloodline.
no
you know what I'm
bullshit.
saying? Yeah.
I didn't want to look affiliated. That's why I had grabbed the red cup earlier. I said, oh, both of them went blue. I said, that's 2. So I guess I should be the only one with the red. Gotta have some type of balance. I don't want them to think I'm supposed to know something.
Man. But yeah, it's all love though in that aspect though. You know what I'm saying? And let the people know like what's next for you though.
What's next, man? Just being in the way, bro. Like I always say different sayings, like I'm in the way to be on the way. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know, February being in LA was just a thought. And then now like I'm booked out here consistently every month and creating a situation where I'm getting into bigger endeavors and just meeting folks and networking. So, you know, what's next? Yeah, for sure.
That's booked.
Hey,
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
that's booked.
LA,
LA,
Hey,
That starts with
LA.
one flight,
LA.
one random flight.
And that's from me emailing niggas, being
you
my
come
own
back out here
manager.
in
That's
August.
from like going to places with B Simone. Shout out to B Simone having me on her tour. Like just, you know, being able to like shout out to some of the Wildin' Out dudes, Moke Williams, JJ, Royce, a couple of the niggas from Wildin' Out, Stand Up Cortez, Big Mac, like allowing me to go out to Detroit and Chicago and places to show myself. And then when I'm there before everybody. I'm there after everybody. I'm emailing the club that night. I'm sending the footage from the club that I just recorded of myself to the club to be booked. So it's like at a certain point, you know, you start to get one of those good club bookings and then like you could put shit around it. Like I'm Chocolate Sundays July 14th. So
Sunday.
coming out here having July 14th and then I got something on the 12th with Baron Davis. Having those two where I got Ron G, Ken, Marshall, a bunch of different people that people know, and you can kind of as your own manager, be like, oh, well, I'm out here doing this and this, and I'm telling you 4 weeks ahead, I got time to be able to set up something with somebody. I might not be paid $400 to be on this. It might only be a $50 pop up, or it might be $0. And you gave me a merch table. You gave me a merch table, and I'm in front of real people, and I'm here networking, and it's, you know what I'm saying? Because it's an investment, bro. Like, bro, if I was a weed salesman and I'm somewhere I ain't never been, I probably should give grams out.
Yep.
If I'm really a nigga selling, like, I can't expect to go somewhere. Like, if I got food, I can't expect you to buy my food, bro. I had to make you a crackhead first.
Yeah, put some samples out.
Come on, man. I gotta give it. You gotta get, like, again, the cannabis businessman. He said, like, he said on y'all last podcast that, like, it takes you being in it. You know what I'm saying? And it takes you just being in it and experiencing it for what it is, make you the better person that you need to be. Just chiseling it down, being focused, creating a situation where, like, you have a certain routine, a certain discipline. You start delegating shit for yourself to do. You know, all of us want to tell people what to do, but can you tell yourself what to do? Are you getting up because you love it? Are you getting up because you know you got to be there? Are you, like, the guy that y'all got switching the cameras and all this shit in the back?
Solomon. Shout out to Solomon.
Yeah, we shouting this motherfucker up on. If you came up here and you didn't shout him out on this podcast, you was a fucking hater, bro.
Man.
You was a hater if you didn't shout out this man in the back clicking and sliding shit in the back, man. He is amazing back there, man. And I like to see, like I said, to see the intensity behind, like, even what y'all trying to build, like, this shit motivate me. Like, I'm literally, I was supposed to start a couple podcasts, like Motion at the Table podcast, a couple other ones, but I'm literally about to start something called Clearly Certified in Atlanta. And it's like, to see y'all moving how y'all moving in a tight space, the space I was gonna use was tight. It's like, you can really make it make sense.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure y'all didn't start with all this shit going on. I'm sure.
Man, we started on the Zoom. Like, doing it at the house on Zoom.
Yeah.
He had home, I'm at home.
So how old are y'all? You say you was 39.
43.
Okay, for sure. So you the big cousin. Okay, for sure. And so, and like, when y'all came together, like, I don't know if niggas interview y'all on here, but we finna do it.
That's right. Let's do it.
You know what I'm saying? If I could ask, what's y'all best way to smoke? Like,
me personally, right now in the moment, you know, for probably like almost a year, I've been on joints. So I like to roll a fat joint. You know what I'm saying? And I roll my joints kind of like I used to roll my blunts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I've been on, like, hybrids, indica dominant hybrids. My favorite strain is Gorilla Glue number 4. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't been able to find that.
You really 43 too.
Yeah. I haven't been able to find that.
Like
you know what I'm saying?
Your favorite strain gave it away.
Yeah. I haven't been able to really find that, though. So I've been on the hybrids, though. But indica dominant hybrids.
Yeah.
Flavor. You know what I'm saying? I like the flavor.
What about you?
My flavors, Skywalker. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm off of right now. I can go to my car right now and give me some Skywalker.
Yeah.
When they be out of that, I'm still GG4.
Yeah.
You going that way. That's my specific taste now. And I'm just saying that one right now because I just experimented and shit with the hybrid.
Yeah.
I just came off of some headband. You know what I'm saying? Indica dominant.
Yeah.
Cool. Had me buzz, blow, and all that good old type shit. But Jack Hera. That's more sativa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you could do a lot on that, though.
But look, hold on. Out of them two right there, I'm just pointing those two out. I do not like the way that shit tastes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's an experience, though, yeah.
Give me my OG, you know what I'm saying? I love the way it tastes.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's my preference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now it's like in the boss leaf.
Right.
Bossing up on these motherfuckers.
Boss leaf.
So if somebody were to ask y'all, what does best way to smoke mean without cannabis? When you say the phrase, what's your best way to smoke? Because I could tell you what I heard when I thought of it not with cannabis.
Barbecuing and shit?
Barbecue.
Nah, niggas swear you country, bro. That's what the fuck y'all got going on. Oh, open-toe sandals and barbecue sauce, nigga? He said y'all out there line dancing again?
So just taking cannabis out of it.
Yeah,
what
like,
best way?
it's a random question, but like, you
best
know.
way is point blank period culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Education.
It's the culture. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Education.
You know what I'm saying? You don't even got to be a smoker, you know what I'm saying, to know what your best way to smoke is.
Yeah.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? If you have some type of knowledge about it or whatever it may be, I can guarantee your best way won't be talking down upon it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Like, to me, best way to smoke is like because as a smoker, right? And I'm taking smoke out of it, but I'm using the concept literally as a smoker. Like, my best way to smoke is usually after I'm doing something where I'm rewarding myself or I'm waking up doing it, right? So it's like, what's your best way to create peace in your life where you feel like you're rewarding yourself with peace? Like, how do you reward yourself with peace?
You know, it's so funny that you said that because, like, that's my best way to smoke is when I'm winding down after a long day.
That's the
I'm
reward.
lighting candles in my living room.
Yeah.
Like, I'm relaxing. I got a nice OG. I like my weed to
You
taste
got
like
kids?
motherfucking weed. I got
Hell
no
no.
kids.
No.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Hey, Pop don't love the kids.
I don't love the kids. Sorry. You know,
You hear her
like-
name, C-Pop?
Yeah. Pop, pop, pop.
Like,
She not popping. You not finna see shit pop out this
Best auntie,
motherfucker.
though.
You
She
know
let
what
you
I'm
know
saying?
she the best
You know,
auntie.
you know what I
She the
mean?
best auntie.
You know,
Yep.
so like when I'm really relaxing, when I feel like, or like
I'm
if
looking.
or if I did a good event,
I had my shades on so y'all can't see what I'm looking at.
Bye. Or if I had like a good event and I feel like, okay, it was successful, I deserve this. Like, you know, I'm winding down in the comfort of my own space.
You deserve a lot.
Candles are lit. Thank you.
deserve
You know,
whatever
sage is
you desire.
burnt, you know, like lights are dim and I'm chilling. That's my best way to smoke.
Everything.
I think if me, I'll take that and I'll fuck that concept up.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Destructo.
How I'll fuck it
Uh-oh.
up?
Wait.
Man,
We got a button
I'm finna
for
go
that.
take a shit.
Let him
Smoke. Shit. I just got through washing my car. Smoke. Fresh out the shower. Smoke.
Hey, rewarding yourself. You feel me?
What's
Man, I just
crazy
did
is-
a podcast.
Yeah, I used to be like that though when it came to the tree. Like every occasion was
A
the blow.
smoking season.
But now
You gotta roll up to roll up.
roll up to roll up. But now
Right.
it's more so like after this. Like
Smoke on my way
had
to
a
buy
full-
weed.
We had a full day of making something beautiful come together though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna go, even at whatever time it is right now, I'm gonna go
Thanks.
get into my relaxation and I'm gonna roll me up and reminisce on
What just
how,
happened?
what just happened.
And that
That's
is
that
so
part.
true.
The
Yeah.
wind down.
I got about like a 2-3 hour drive for me to be, you know what I'm saying, dip from right here.
Yeah.
And I got a fat blunt.
Yeah.
Ready.
It was finna be for the ride there, but I got another stop to make, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whoever y'all believe in around there, whatever, mine's done been blessed. My little baby bro just home.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I'm finna go push
Shout out
up
to
on
that.
this little nigga, you know what I'm saying? We finna
Sure.
smoke that.
On the real.
I love that.
Shout out
I
to
love
that.
Yeah.
Shout out
You know
to
what I'm saying?
that.
But shit, that's gonna be my reward because I'm proud of you. These interviews, like today,
Right.
the
Sure.
day to me.
Yeah.
It was a dope day. And again, thank you for your patience. Like, we are here late,
Oh,
cutting
yeah.
up. It was a good time.
This was the one though, man. We did
You
that.
know?
We did that. And like I said, we didn't even practice. Like, it was-
Right. We was trying to make it happen, trying to
wasn't
make a
supposed to
phone call happen.
It,
Right.
it
It wasn't
happened
supposed to
just how it was
happen.
supposed to
Yeah.
happen.
Right.
Feel
Feel
me?
me?
I was like, literally, you know what?
They can
Let's
see
pull
the
up and let's have some
authenticity of
fun.
the
He's
best
like,
way to
bet.
smoke.
You know what I'm saying? Because for real, like I said, like even with me, like it made me, like I said, it made me respect him more. Walking in here, having it, like I didn't have to figure out where I was going. I didn't have to figure out how to hit the buttons to get up here. All that shit was set. Soon as I hit the buttons, 2 seconds later, I'm being buzzed up. I didn't know where to go. I could hear the door upstairs open up.
I forgot to give you
Nah,
that.
but it's cool.
My bad.
But all of
That
that is
was me.
self-explanatory. And within seconds, things are happening where if I'm smart and I'm looking for food,
Right.
And I
You
smell
yeah,
food.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It put you. But that's how y'all podcast put people. It's like, bro, if you don't know how to be professional, let us show you how we doing it so that when you come, it's already in your gut to do it. You get what I'm saying? We already done gave you the grace that you are a professional.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Give yourself that same grace.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Thank
That's
you.
why I believe in side hoes. Like God gave everybody a side hoe.
Everything. My nigga, look.
God gave everybody a side hoe.
Absolutely nobody.
Watch
Here
one of them
who go
August days.
wrong.
One of them August days. I'm gonna be in that.
God gave everybody.
I'm finna bounce. You ain't
I'm
gonna
thinking
see
about
me,
the
but I'm
What's her
finna
name?
bounce.
What's her
August about the
name?
14th.
What's the side hoe that God gave you? What's her name?
Eve.
Grace. Yeah,
He
grace.
gave everybody grace.
Yeah, grace.
Grace is for everybody, literally.
That nigga said,
He said Eve?
Yeah.
No. We don't know what Eve
Nigga,
tastes
bro,
like.
what we been talking about this whole time?
Grace.
Nigga.
I talked about 4 things. I talked about grace,
Yeah.
and then I talked about what was it? Belief, faith, and knowing. You know what I'm saying?
On
So
everything, man.
I always remember those 3, man, for sure.
So that's dope. Yeah, and we definitely appreciate you coming out. We gonna have to definitely do this again another
Hell yeah.
time, man.
Because the next time I do it, because like right now, y'all caught me at the low point of my career.
Yeah.
Like, and it's the highest point of my career. But
Yeah.
I'm saying that to say we're gonna grow together.
That's
so like
that part.
shit, 2025, like hopefully I'll be back before then, but 2025 January, I'm trying to transition out here. And hopefully I'll have a whole nother situation where I can bring y'all some shit. Like, did y'all have Raven up here yet? Cannabis House?
I don't
Uh-uh.
So I don't know if you met him, but he was at the show that you met me at.
Yeah.
I'm an ambassador for him. He a black dispensary owner out here, bro.
Oh,
He's
okay.
You gotta go
65,
10%,
65, no kids. He got contracts with USC. His dispensary is right across the street from USC. Like, kids take Ubers for free to his dispensary. Everything's super educational.
Shout
You
out
go
to
in
him.
there and you grab his weed and you can squeeze it and it blow into your face, so you don't gotta ask what it smell like and a whole bunch of shit.
Sirpo likes that.
Yeah,
For real.
you grab it, you put it on this little wooden thing. All the properties come up on the screen. You can look it up, what it do.
That's dope.
All that you can touch and play. Yeah, bro. Like I'll give y'all his information as soon as I leave and shit. And he'll be at the show. You're not coming to the show tomorrow?
What is it? Friday?
It's
Tomorrow?
tomorrow.
Yeah, the Slick Show with Ron G and all them. It's
I
a
think I got
smoker show.
time. I think I got time. I'll pull up.
Yeah, it would be dope. I'll bring up y'all podcast there because I'm
Yeah.
hosting throughout the whole night.
I'll sit in the front next to the dude with the cardigan. All right,
Hell yeah.
you know, like
Hell
I'll
yeah.
show him how it's supposed to be done.
But yeah, I'll definitely
Motherfucker
give him
with
y'all
the cardigan.
information. And he does a lot of sponsorship shit. He does like a lot of event shit. He does like he got nonprofits. He into the church. He like I said, he's 65. He a black man on the dispensary with no kids.
yeah.
He not
Right.
married.
Yeah.
So he ain't got nothing to do but give y'all resources, y'all young black men doing it. And again, as a young black man, seeing y'all young black men really do it, bro, keep fucking going. If nobody has gave y'all reassurance and nobody has said y'all are in y'all purpose, y'all are. I don't know what else y'all are doing, but this thing y'all got right here, even with her added to it, like it brings people to a point where they can wake themselves up in life. This is a wake up moment for me. You feel me? This is my first podcast I've ever done in LA. You get what I'm saying?
right.
Every first, is a wake up moment. And for my first podcast to be the best podcast that I've ever done. Like, I've done podcasts. I've been around major ones. Like I said, shout out 85 South. I done been on different shit where I've even been in the crowd, seen the behind the scenes of it. But to be here and for y'all only to have 4 people in this whole area and for this shit to be happening how it is and for y'all to have interviews running into each other, I got a place to sit where I can not only hear y'all, watch y'all, I can put the headphones on. I could have talked into the mic and y'all could have heard. You know what I'm saying? It's like having that experience where you got everything flowing already, bro. Y'all have a whole ecosystem. Like, y'all not just growing a plant. You feel me? Y'all got clouds, y'all got rain, y'all got a storm, y'all got people moving around, y'all got shit growing over here, y'all got shit. You know what I'm saying? It's an ecosystem, bro, and it's beautiful. And again, I would just love to grow with y'all, you know what I'm saying, and show people my best way to smoke.
Man,
That's right.
Hey, you best way to smoke, fam.
Come on, man. Fuck with
This
me.
motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, we did
We
that.
tied in though. So on that note, man, we thank y'all
That's
out
right.
there for tapping in with us, man. And we'll see you guys next time. Big J.
Sirpo Jr.
See Pop.
And I'm Worldwide Hugo,
Man.
the comedian and the cougar catching.
Man.
That's right.
Hey, he gonna catch you some cougars.
Triple C's, motherfucker.
Where at?
Oh
The
yeah.
music?
You can find me. Oh, what else was it?
TJ Maxx with
TJ
the
Maxx.
Oh yeah. Nah, I was
Hit that
really.
like
You can
button,
really.
comment, subscribe.
You can really find me at Sam's getting whatever I want with her Sam's card. You know, Sam's you leave with boxes, not even bags, so you feel like you finna move in and shit. I had the boxes like, yeah, I should have put some
Yo,
clothes.
but out in LA,
On the real.
Costco. You want to hit up that Costco?
Oh, okay, Costco.
Man.
Yeah.
Costco.
I'm
Hey, but
sorry.
look, like you said though, like, and please take this to heart though, like what he was saying about Grace though. That's a good side bitch. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta keep her.
Yeah.
You gotta keep
You know
He's
her.
what
a
I
good
mean?
motivator.
Give yourself that grace though. Black men, women, give yourself that grace though.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
pass it on to people. Like, bro, I give y'all grace, bro. Y'all not Shannon Sharp and Cam and Mason, all that shit.
Facts.
But the feeling y'all giving niggas is that exact thing.
Man.
Y'all may not be there. Y'all may not have the views. People may not know right now. But the people who do know, nigga, y'all touch me tonight. I'm going to leave here. I'm going to go smoke. I'm going to be in my space. And I'm going to go think about what the fuck my shit should look like.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you do something and you make people want to go change how they would do it, you know you got something. Like, have you ever tasted some food and was like, damb, what the fuck you put in this shit?
Yeah, this shit look better than what I made.
Last recipe I had ain't have all that on it.
What's going on?
I thought this was just a chicken and cheese, nigga. You got
On the real.
You feel me?
On the real. Hub of the dub. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me? This ain't even no thin tortilla. This shit tastes like pita bread. What did you do?
Hey, look, man. So on that note, man, we'll see you guys next time, man. Best way to smoke, Big
Like
J.
the video, comment, subscribe.
Tell a friend.
Man, hit that notification bell.
Tell your auntie.
On the real.